Hello everyone, welcome back to Nitya Cloudtech. Hope all of you are doing good. In this video, we are going to talk about one of the important scenario in Power BI is pivoting and unpivoting. So if I talk about the definition, so definition is simple. If I talk about pivot, so transposing rows into columns and unpivoting transpose columns into rows. So generally, if I talk about in data warehousing project, we come into the situation where we get a file in an unstructured format. So we may need to pivot or unpivot based on the requirement. So let's try to understand this with the example. So as I mentioned, if you see here in Power Query, you can create a table that contains an aggregate value for each unique value in a column. Power Query group each unique value does an aggregate calculation for each value and pivot the column into a new table. So as I mentioned here, transposing rows into the columns. So that is pivot. If I show you another example, so see, I have this file, this data where we have like year, month and month by sales. So 2016 and this period is repeating. Again, this is repeating. Now, if I want to see the data, like if I need to convert this data into the pivot form, so let me do this. So what I can do, I can just copy this and let's move into the Power BI. And I can say here transpose column, or I need to enter data first. So just copy paste and I can give pivot. So it is creating. So now it's created. Now what I can do, I can just click here on month column and then go to the transpose and then click on pivot column option and I need to select the value column. So my value is sales here and I have different option. So by default is sum. Either I want to sum or median or whatever as per the requirement. Let me do okay. So see, now I have data year wise and month wise 2016, 17 and 18. So maybe you may have multiple years like 19, 20, 21. So we can see data like this. So basically here we did pivoting. Now, similarly, this is basically unpivot. If I talk about unpivot, so unpivot is just opposite to pivot. So here, as I mentioned, we are transposing columns into rows. So you might want to unpivot data, sometimes start flattening the data to put it in a matrix format so that all similar values are in one column. This is necessary, for example, to create a chart or a report. So it is based on the requirement. Accordingly, we can create pivot or unpivot, whatever the requirement. So let me take one more example to convert unpivot to pivot. So this is our unpivot data. I will copy this and again move here. I will go here on home tab, enter data, paste, spell, drag this first, and click on transform option, and I can say unpivot columns. So I need to basically mention unpivot other columns. So see, now it got unpivoted. Now I can give them year. This is month and value. So this is the unpivot example. So there's another way to do this. So you can select all columns instead of that year, and instead of unpivot other columns, you can mention unpivot columns. So this will be done like this. Okay. So there's another example. If I go here on table, so we have this unpivot data. If I need to pivot, so I will click here again and unpivot other columns. So this is in the pivot. Okay. And if I need to, pivot this now, so what first this is the textual value, so I need to convert it into the numeric. So I will click here and then say decimal number or whole number. Let's say whole number. Now I can click here and pivot column, and value column is basically value, and I can call this as in same and see now this got unpivoted. Now I can change the name here. So like this we can use pivot and unpivot. So I hope this is useful. Thank you guys for